Hi there, this is Judy with Paper Palm Tree, and I'm here to share with you this card that I made today. I cased this off of Pinterest. You'll see them all over there, but I do love how that closure is on that, and I did not watch a tutorial on this. I kind of made it up on my own, so if there was somebody else that did it, I don't know, easier than me, I figured it out, so I'm going to show you how I made this. So this is using the Designer Series paper, A Whole Lot of Lovely, and this is the sheet that had the oranges, and it's got Tangerine Tango in Pool Party, and I love Pool Party. It's my favorite color of all time. And I used also the Stampin' Up! Scallop Top Punch, and this is what creates these closures for that. And so let's get started with the card. So you're going to need a piece of Tangerine Tango, and I have not scored this. This is 8.5 by 5.5. True? Yes, true. Okay, so what I do to start out with this is to create these tabs. I'm going to mark the center of the short side of the base, and I only do that to help me line up in the punch, because you kind of have to wedge it down in there. So I'm going to take a pencil, and I'm marking this right in the halfway mark of the 5.5, so that works out to be 2 3/4. So I'm going to do both sides of the cardstock and mark that right there. Okay, and so you're going to take your punch, and this cardstock is nice and thick. The good thing about using this as the base is it's got a nice sturdy feel to it. But because this punch is created for this slot is for, you just slide your cardstock down in there. This will fit. It's you kind of have to work it in there a little bit. So I kind of do it gently. You don't want to force it in there. But what I'm doing is trying to line up that center mark with the top of that scallop. And so that looks pretty good right there. And I'm going to give that a punch. And pull that out gently. So there's the one side. And so I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to push that down into the punch, wiggle it in there, and line up that mark, and pull it out. So that's all of the punch. Push that off to the side. Okay, so there's the card base, and what we're going to need to do is to cut these off. So I'm going to score it with the Simply Score and Scoring tool. And as you see, only one side of the tab needs to be folded. This other obviously doesn't need to be. But I will score it down so that we can have a nice cut on that. You can do this on your trimmer, but I don't know. I just did it this way because it worked for me. So what I'm wanting to do is to line up this, the very deepest part of this cut in with one of the grooves. I tried it over there and it doesn't quite line up, so I just kind of wanted to make sure that's in that same groove. It is. And I'm going to take it and score that way and score that way. And because this tab is going to be folded over, I'm going to give that a score. All right, now on this side, I'm only going to score from the tab back down. So again, I'm going to line it up. That looks good. And I'm going to give that a score and that a score. Okay. And I'm not scoring that the fold mark quite yet. All right, so I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to cut. This is this side because I have scored this tab. So I'm just going to go straight up. You can put this on the trimmer, but I don't know, it's just as easy for me just to get out the scissors, kind of have to be bold and go ahead and just try to make a nice straight cut on it. Line it up, and it can be done. And I'm going to do this side, and again go straight up, and again on that side. There we go. Alright, so that's our base. Now I'm going to bring the Simply Scoring tool back in, and where this is folded up, I'm going to line that along the edge here, and I'm going to mark the score on the 4 1/4. That's where our fold's going to be to make the card. So, very simple. Get my bone folder, and I'm going to fold that down. It really gives a nice crease, especially with this very thick cardstock. Oh, you hear my beagle coming in. Hi, baby. Okay, and so I'm going to take this side and make sure that's lined up. And that is going to be our card base. So that looks awesome. And so our next piece is the inside, and this cardstock is going to go right inside there. So I'm going to take some snail. Yep, right side up. And I'm going to go, let's see, I hate to put my head in there, I'm sorry. But I'm going to go kind of closer to that edge because that's what's going to be visible. And there we go. So it's a little peekaboo of the pool party coming in from behind it. So next I'm going to put the Designer Series paper. Now this, the oranges paper has kind of a little bit of a direction. I guess you could do it that way. Looks like to me the oranges are hanging down. So when I cut it, I want to make sure I glue it onto the right side. So it's going to go right there. And I'm going to put this on. Sorry, I clear my throat a lot. I need to watch that. So. Alright, so let's line this up. And it's going to go right there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so next I have the stamping, and these are flowers that came out of the Botanical Builder framelits, and that is this little flower, and this is a center, but I used it. It looks very much like the orange blossom in there. So those are the two I used. So I'm going to take my piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to take that to the Big Shot, and I'll be right back. And what I like to do with this flower is just put it in the palm of my hand and just give it a little poke from that. That just raises it up just enough. Those little flowers I won't do that way, but that's going to go there. So let me, before we put those on there, we're going to do our stamp. So on this sentiment here, I used from the Label Me Pretty, You're the Best. Very, very pretty. I've used this quite a bit already. And so when you stamp that, I'm putting that on a C block. And that's going to go right there. Will that fit? I think it will. I'm all about using up what I've got. So that small little piece of Whisper White. And You're the Best. That looks pretty good. And we're going to stamp that. Pretty good. I'm going to go straight down. Give it a push. I'll hold it a few seconds. I like to do that. It gives the chance for the ink to get in there. And that looks beautiful. And I'm going to take that. I'm using, I think it's a 1 1/4 size from the circle framelits, and that's going to fit just right there. So I'll be right back. I'm going to take that to the Big Shot and cut that out. And oops, stay up there. So I like to just give it a little edge to that. It just kind of brings it off of the page a little bit. So I'm taking my Old Olive ink and I'm just going to go gently around the edge a little bit just to give definition to it. This is going to be flat on it. I'm not raising it up or anything. So there's that. Alright, let's put the rest of this back together. And I'm going to use some glue dots for the flowers. Go in there. They're sticky back, so they should stick. But sometimes on those very small ones, I like to put just a little dab of glue on there. But right now, that's what I'm going to put right there. Especially if I'm going to mail them or whatever. But alrighty, and that's going to go. Come on now, right in there. Alright, and I need one larger rhinestone for that. I'm going to glue that down. Do the best. Okay, I need one more rhinestone for that. Hang on, I'll be right back. A little glamour right there. Very cute. Piercer. Alrighty. Alright, the last thing that we have to do is put our ribbon on. So I'm taking some satin ribbon. You can use anything. I think there's some really pretty ribbons in the annual catalog, and until I build up my stash of ribbons, this is what I had. So sometimes you gotta make do. So try to tie a quick bow here. Let's see how I do. This is one-sided ribbon, so I'm not going to really care so much. If you wanted to take the time or get the pretty ribbons that Stampin' Up! Has that matches that are double-sided and very pretty. Also, I saw on my upline she had taken some ink and ran it along one of the Whisper White ribbons, and it will dye it. So you could do that. Oh, come on. Here we go. Alrighty, so let's see. If I pull this down just a tad. With bows, you just kind of have to keep fooling with it till it is where you want it to be. So, I like that. Alright. So, I am using my brand new Stampin' Up! Snips, and I got these in my Recruit bonus. I am a new demonstrator, and the month of July, they had a really awesome deal where you can, for the $99, you get $125 worth of products that you choose. And then they also added $72 worth of products that they were pre-selected. And the snips were one of them, which it was great because I've always used just, cheaper things that I got at the big box store. So I'm thrilled to have these. They're nice and sharp and pretty pretty. So I'm going to snip my ribbon there, and there we go. And that's my card. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you do, I hope you will subscribe to my channel and support me. And if there's anything that I can do for you, you can reach me at paperpalmtree3@gmail.com. And my website, Paper Palm Tree, will be listed in my channel below. And I hope you subscribe and you go to my website. And if you want to purchase any of these items, you can do that 24/7. So again, I'm Judy, and I hope that you will check with me later. Until next time, bye.